Hey guys, Livni here. Welcome back to another video. Now, 9 months ago, I put out a video going over the tech gadgets that I carry with me on a daily basis. And I did a setup tour in that video as well. Now, that video is absolutely blown up. You guys loved it. I enjoyed making it, and I always knew that a new setup tour video would be imminent. And today is that day. Because today I have many things to show you. Now, to give you guys some context about who I am, I'm a cybersecurity intern at a Fortune 500 company. I'm currently a senior in college, and on top of that, I run a YouTube channel and a startup. And so what I've been needing as of late is something along the lines of a workstation, workbench, really, strictly just for plugging in laptops, which is what I'm really going for with this setup here. And the reason for that is because I have many different laptops for different areas of my life, of course, all related to tech. I carry this thing around with me typically to like CTF competitions. I have an encrypted hard drive on it, and I use it to code a lot of Arduinos and electronics for a startup I'm involved with as well. I also have a work laptop that I need to set up with on days that I work from home. And I'm planning on getting a MacBook because that 2017 iMac that I used to edit these videos has gotten a bit too slow. So we'll start with the most integral part of every setup, being the desk, of course. This is a FlexiSpot E7 Premium Standing Desk. It is 48 by 30 inches. I'll put that up in centimeters for all the European and international friends. I got it in the black color, which of course refers to the color of the legs. And the surface is a rubber wood, dark bamboo, 1-inch thick tabletop. I'm really glad I got the rubber wood finish because it's very sleek, very kind of cold, but hard feel. The desk is definitely very modern looking. Definitely the highlight for me with this desk is the fact that it's a standing desk. And I actually have a standing desk at work. I can't tell you the name of it, probably nobody knows that information. But when I go into the office, you know, in the later part of the day, I like to rise my desk, stand up and work. I've just really gotten used to that kind of ergonomic setup. And I really wanted something like that in my own home office. So it has an LCD panel right here where you can adjust the size. Right now we're on 32 inches of height, and we could raise it all we like. There it is, super ergonomic. I can lift this up all I want, really. It goes up to about 49 inches here. And you can even save different presets for, say, sitting down, standing up. So really, if you don't have a standing desk in the year 2025, 2026, what are you doing? I was lucky enough to get mine sent by FlexiSpot, but I recommend this product every day of the week. As of the time of me recording this video, they're actually having a Black Friday sale. So you can snag one of these for only $3.89. And if you do so, make sure you use the link down in the description to help brother out. So starting off over here on the desk, we have the Circuit 12 by 12 inch cutting mat. I got this thing at Michael. It's convenient when I actually need to measure things. And I got this new board over here for the keyboard. This is a Keychron V1 Max. I picked it up at Micro Center not too long ago, and I customized a few of the keys, mainly just swapping out the red ones that it came with, red/pink, with these black ones I had from like an old Keydragon K552, which was the one you saw in my last video. Now, of course, that keyboard I showed in my last video is really nothing special. It had Cherry MX Blue switches, which, let's be real here, those are for 14-year-old Discord gamers. Those things are way too darn loud. But on this keyboard, I actually picked it up with brown tactile switches. These are kind of similar to reds in a way. They're a lot more tactile and really quiet, but they still retain that very clicky factor. This is what the actual switches look like. It's an open source keyboard, so of course all the switches, all the keycaps, pretty much the entire board is entirely customizable. So I can definitely say I can recommend this keyboard. Obviously it's wireless too, which I didn't mention yet. Actually, they include two connectors, one for USB-A, which I have plugged in right now, and one for USB-C. But in the meantime, I will do a typing test for you guys. And if you're wondering what I typed on the screen, this is what I did over here. So this ridiculous rice that you're seeing right now is really nothing that special. This is Facebook OS, aka Fedora Linux. I actually decided to go with Fedora on this computer instead of Arch because, one, I still want a sort of bleeding edge repository, or a package manager that is. I need things like the latest OpenSSL, like for PQC with OpenSSL 3.6. I need you know, the latest and greatest leading edge repos, but I also don't want things to break. So it's kind of closer to that development distro ideal, if that makes any sense. And we have Mate on here because honestly, I don't have time to rise window managers at this point, and neither do I really want them on a computer like this. So I went with Mate because I really hate GNOME. Like latest GNOME version is just really bad in my opinion. But Mate is based on GNOME too, so all the boomers here are gonna absolutely dig it. Shout out if you're a boomer. If you're a Linux boomer, thank you for watching. Shout out to you. I did go with this kind of old school theme here. For my IDE, I'm actually using VS Code instead of Vim these days, most of the time, just because I can actually go ahead and vibe code. So I have GitHub Copilot right here, handy dandy. I can just tell it to write a keylogger in C. And with a few constraints, everything is possible. But of course, everyone's gonna take this really seriously and be like, Livni, you skid, when I'm just trying to troll. But anyways, this monitor right here is the LG UltraGear 34-inch OLED display. You're probably thinking, wow, this is a really nice screen. And it is. This thing is 240 hertz. I was at Best Buy, I was looking at screens, you know, after looking at just practical LCD ones, which is pretty much all the screens I use in my day-to-day, the one I have in the office, the one I have at my house right now, besides this one of course. It's all LCD displays, and this upgrade to OLED has just been absolutely immaculate. But yeah, I remember I got clowned in the last video for not having a proper, you know, dual monitor setup, not having the right mount or whatever. The thing is, if you have certain monitor sizes, like, no mount's gonna save you, man. I'm telling you. I got this like Chinese one, not for this setup at least. Maybe I'll try it in a different setup. But the amazing part about this monitor is you can raise it up, you can raise it down, you can tilt it up, left, and side to side. So really it is the most convenient factor with the actual mechanism of this thing. LG always makes good monitors. I can't say anything bad about any of the LG monitors I've had, which has pretty much been every monitor I've owned. Now over here, if you just saw on my desk, I have this little Raspberry Pi. Right now it's capturing wires on Wireshark. Packets on Wireshark, that is. And yeah, I always have a Pi on every desk I pretty much sit on because I have a quick way of SSHing into them. Just like so. This is so skid. Oh my god. It's Kali Linux. I have Kali on this micro USB. I have another Pi in here, as I'll show you guys in my super duper secret toolkit. There's the other Pi. A lot of you guys have been asking me for cyber roadmap videos, and really what I have to say about creating a roadmap, so to say, in cyber is, like, obviously you have to pick a direction, right? So if you want to do application security, for example, which is one of the fields that, you know, I'm involved with as an intern, for example, I would recommend, you know, getting acquainted with OWASP, for example, which is like the common, like, web exploits. A lot of it's just like SQL injections and web exploits through API security vulnerabilities and what have you. So you can go to OWASP Juice Shop, for example. You can clone the repo. You can run it in a Docker container, or you can just run it, like, compile it with Node. If you want to get into network security, you can watch my network security videos. I have a lot of those on this channel. That was one of the first things I really started with, because of course networking is a vital component to cyber. You can start your juice shop locally. Here's the giveaway for the first challenge. Boom. Hacker. Oh my god, what is this? Root at livni.vip. If you guys want to get yourself livni.vip stickers, all you have to do is become a member. $8.99 per month, and you get 2 stickers sent to you bi-monthly. That's 12 stickers a year. Who could say no to that? Especially knowing how creative these designs are going to be. Hop on a sticker, livni.vip. Over here I have a lockpicking kit. This is a Sparrow Kickstarter. I got this at a cybersecurity conference very recently. It comes with, of course, your, like, pressure corks. I think that's what you call them. It's for actually rotating the bottom of the lock. Then you have these rakes and different kinds of picks for lock picking. I pretend like I'm an expert at this. Only unlocked a few of these master locks in terms of actual real locks. These are pretty easy to get. Most of these only have like 4 to 5 pins max. I think this one has 4. A lot of them just really take a lot of force, like raking. So of course, another form of hacking is this timer block. You know, you find that you're a lot more productive when you put time on things. Now over here in my first drawer we have Pi 2 zeros with pins, GPIO pins, and one that is solderable, an Arduino. This is an NRF24L. This thing can be used for, of course, packet ingestion and monitoring mode. And there's this Bluetooth adapter chip right here for the Nano that it comes with. You've all seen this, the monitoring mode, Wi-Fi adapter. Some buttons and LEDs and what have you, some capacitors. In this drawer, I have voltage step down. Here I got another Arduino Uno board. I really got into Arduinos and microelectronics in high school. I had this like making electronics class, and that was really how I learned Arduino, which I learned before C. And Arduino is very similar to C in many ways, except of course it's an object-oriented language, so it'd be pretty much more similar to C++. You know, before that I had only done Python and a bit of like JavaScript, which are dynamic and not even types languages. Microelectronics and Arduinos really kind of sparked that endeavor or hobby. Over here we have resistors, got some batteries, a lot of just like battery adapters, and I'm working on making an actual game plate that, you know, is going to be interactable with game challenges and whatnot. I'm going to make some more Bluetooth and, you know, like bluejacking and wireless pet testing videos in the future. But yeah, that's pretty much the setup as of now. Thank you to everyone that stuck around. Thank you to everybody that is new. Let me know what you want to see next. It'll be interesting. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.